Here it is. We're in the 1% though. That goes from north to south in a single day. That's epic. Check this out, guys. Look at this sick view.
Are you ready?
YouTube, what's up? It's Triple P. How you guys doing? In this video, guys, we're going to be diving into the Not Chosen Container Fizzy. As of September 2022, geocaching.com has disbanded the Not Chosen container. They have taken it and they have cut it out altogether. But there's people out there like myself who's still trying to complete the Not Chosen Container Fizzy. So we have to be able to know how to find these geocaches to complete the Fizzy. So I will walk you through how to find those because they are still in circulation despite geocaching.com taking them out of circulation. Alright guys, so the old way that you used to be able to find the Not Chosen Container Fizzy would be to go to play on geocaching.com, then go down to Pocket Quarries. Then you can go click on create a new quarry. I'm going to click on this one here because this is my pocket quarry. And then you would scroll down to right here where it says containers, and it has small, other, virtual, large, regular, micro, unknown. So currently geocaching.com on the pocket quarry section, it does not let you search for not chosen containers. Let's try and use the filter search on the main website right here. So let's go to filters. This offers a little bit of a few different options, like you can do hidden by. You can type in if you wanted somebody to be hidden by. Up here again, over here with the containers, you've got micro, regular, other, large, small. Not chosen is not an option according to geocaching.com. Where do we go? How do we find these containers in order to complete this container fizzy? So another thing you might try is you might try and use CGeo on your Android phones, and it does give you the not chosen option. However, when you pick it and you search for containers that say not chosen using CGeo on your phone, nothing comes up. It is a broken quarry. It doesn't work, so it's not going to give you any results. So CGeo is also out. CGeo is not going to help you search for not chosen containers. It's also not going to help you search for attribute fizzies. So we need to go to projectgc.com in order to find these elusive not chosen containers. When you go to projectgc.com, it's going to show up just like this. You may have to authenticate your profile. So if you have to do that, just click on authenticate. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up here to tools, then you're going to go down to map compare. This is going to bring you to a search quarry within projectgc.com. You click on this, that will load your profile because you've already authenticated. You click on the little American flag because that tells you you want caches in the United States. If you wanted caches in some other country, you can select it. You're going to go with none found. If you're doing it between you and a buddy, you can do either you found it or they found it or you both have found it. When you go to add filter, you're going to come up with a couple different options. Cache type / size. That will come up. And over here, right here, is your options. They have virtual, small, regular, other, not chosen. Perfect. Then they have micro. And they have large. The other thing that you're going to want to do is go to another add filter, and you're going to want to click on difficulty and terrain. Now I can tell you that this is going to work perfectly for what you're looking for. I'm going to scroll down because I know that I need a 5 difficulty and I need a 4 terrain, not chosen container. And when I hit filter, what's going to happen is it's going to filter any cache that is a 5 difficulty, 4 terrain that I have not found because I click on right here where it says none found. And it will bring up the ones in the United States that are available to meet this combination. So let's hit filter. All right, and it tells you there are currently 12 available caches that are across the United States. You've got one here in New York. You've got one in Pennsylvania. You've got one that looks like it's maybe, okay, that's in West Virginia there. You've got one over here in Virginia. You've got one in North Carolina. You've got another one. Looks like it's maybe in Georgia. You've got one in Alabama. You've got two in Texas, one in New Mexico, and one in Arizona. That is it. You do have one in Kentucky. You do have one there. So if one of these gets archived, you're down to 11 caches. Now, the real problem is here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of the 12 are puzzle caches. If you want to go back and try a different search, you can just click on filters here. And to get rid of the 5 difficulty, just hold down the control button on your keypad and it will get rid of it. And the same thing for the 4 difficulty. So let's say you're looking for a 5 difficulty and you want to do a 3.5. And you want to make sure that you haven't found it. You're going to do the same thing on the map. Now this case, there's 17 not chosen containers that meet the 5 3.5 goal, and they are also spread out throughout the United States. Guys, so before we end this video, I want to run you through Project GC challenge checker searches really quick, because if you don't know which containers you need for the not chosen container fizzy, you could be searching, forever. So there has to be a way to narrow down your focus so you know specifically what geocaches you need in order to try and complete the not chosen container fizzy. Now it's getting harder and it's getting more elusive, but thankfully there is a challenge checker that I will show you here in just a second that will propagate your search results, and it will tell you specifically which ones you need, and then you can use what I just showed you to find the geocaches that you're trying to fill in those boxes to complete that fizzy. Okay, we're back on projectgc.com, and we are going to find this not chosen fizzy challenge checker. So you want to click on tools again, then you're going to click on challenge checkers. All kinds of challenge checkers for all kinds of different, challenges that people are having requests put in for new challenge caches that are going to be put out. Right here, there's a really fancy search box, and you can type anything you want in this search box, but because this video is on not chosen containers, that's what we're going to type in. We're going to type in not chosen, and if you want, you can add fizzy, and you'll hit search. Keyword search, it will provide you the challenge checkers that meet your requirement, and it gives you the GC code that goes with it. So right here, the not chosen size fizzy container. This particular challenge is only for 27 out of 81. However, if you run this checker, it will give you every single matrix that you have filled in and the ones you have not filled in. So once you've got your results on the page here, you're going to click on use checker. If you're not a paying member of projectgc.com, you can actually only run 10 challenge checkers a day. So we're going to click on, I've got my name here, we're going to click on run checker, and what's going to happen is it's going to bring up the DT matrix for me. Now I have 69 entries, which qualifies for this particular challenge cache because it's only for 27. However, as far as the not chosen container fizzy goes, I need a 5-1, a 5-3, 5-3.5, and a 1-5 in order to finish and complete my not chosen container fizzy. So again, this is everything in a nutshell. This is exactly what you want. It will break it down. It gives you the matrix for you, and it shows what you've got, and it shows what you don't have. It also shows you how many of each that you have found. So like, I have one of a lot of these, and to get a second loop is going to be almost impossible. So I know where I stand, and this challenge checker is the one you should use in order to run your not chosen container fizzy. Now, if you need a GC code for this cache, it's right here. It's at the top of the page, GC7RQR2. And I know for exact science that I know that this where this cache is at. This particular cache is actually in Washington State. Okay, guys, so I hope you really learned something about the not chosen container. It is a pain in the butt because they are getting harder and harder and harder to find. Geocaching.com has disbanded them. Thankfully, there's a resource like projectgc.com that allows us to be able to search for and find the remaining caches to fill in those boxes. And there's even a challenge checker out there for people like myself that are trying to determine, which one of these do I actually need in order to qualify for the challenge. And use that checker as many times as you want. Feel free to go back there. Maybe you're going to bookmark the GC code, check it out, and see where you stand, because you never know how many you've got left, and it eliminates the guess and check. Well, do I have this one? Do I not? Do I have this one? Do I not? Use the challenge checker that I showed you to kind of gauge where you're at, and hopefully they're there and you can try and complete your not chosen container fizzy. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. This has been a blast. I love tutorials. It's one of the things that I miss the absolute most. But if you're not a Geocaching with Triple P subscriber, I really hope you'll consider subscribing. We recently reached our 250 sub goal, so now we're trying to aim for 260 subs, and I hope we get there sooner than later. Alright guys, I will see you out on the trail. Have a good one.